right, it's that time. Let's go and check out to see what the U.S. Supreme Court is doing with their orders lists. And this deals, at least with our focus here. It's Illinois in Focus Daily. I'm Greg Bishop, editor of Illinois at thecentersquare.com. But what we're looking at here live is the U.S. Supreme Court order lists. And we're going to get something today about the conference they held on Friday. And we're looking at the Viramontes case. It's a case out of Cook County challenging Cook County's ban for semi-automatic firearms and magazines over certain capacities. But it worked in the state ban that came much later after the county ban. But that case going all the way up and down the circuit to the U.S. Supreme Court now. So let's go ahead and pull up the U.S. Supreme Court's websites and their order list. And again, checking some of the live chat to see if you got people in there already pulling that up. Here's the order list. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for Viramontes, VR. Where are we at? Right, it's VR. Let's pull up the actual spelling here, and we'll try just copying this entirely. Go to the orders list. Do a reverse search. It's not showing it, so they may be relisting it if it's not on here. So just to make sure the search function's working. Yep, it's working. So don't see the case Viramontes v. Cook County here, but let's go to the page on the Supreme Court's website for Viramontes and see if it has been relisted. I imagine you'll see something posted here eventually about it being relisted, but even people in the live chat confirming nothing there. So no Cook County case that the U.S. Supreme Court deciding to take, but they're also not saying they're denying this. So that's another important aspect here is they're not denying to take this case. But a lot of speculation because you've got the Bevis case on preliminary grounds that went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. The Bevis case was the Naperville challenge that law weapons owner Robert Bevis filed against Naperville in November of 2022. And that was several months before the state's enacted its statewide ban in January of 2023. Bevis suing, getting some motion in the courts, and then wrapping in the Illinois ban as part of Bevis's case on preliminary grounds that went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. They said they're not going to take the case because it's not ripe yet. And then they put it back down into the district courts. And then you had the state Southern District of Illinois federal challenge where the four plaintiffs groups came together in the Barnett case. That was challenging the state's gun ban. That case, also on preliminary grounds, went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. They said not ready yet. Went back down into the Southern District for the merits. They dealt with the merits. They then moved on to the appeals courts. The appeals court heard the case on the merits. We're waiting for them to release their ruling. Now, that case, the Barnett case, can't get to the U.S. Supreme Court until on the merits, not on preliminary grounds. It's already gone to the U.S. Supreme Court on preliminary grounds, if I recall. But on the merits, it can't go to the U.S. Supreme Court until the Seventh Circuit acts. Is the Seventh Circuit waiting to see what the U.S. Supreme Court does with the Viramontes case? Because we've already seen some of the arguments in the Viramontes case saying this doesn't have a sufficient record. So, are they going to take this case? The Barnett case out of the Southern District, where they do have a judge ruling the law is unconstitutional after a 4-day bench trial, thousands of pages of documents, dozens of witnesses and experts testifying even in the court, that obviously has a record to it. So that's what the Seventh Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals is dealing with in that gun ban challenge. But the U.S. Supreme Court has this Viramontes case, which they have not told us what's going on now with the case, right? Well, it's kind of in limbo, right? It'll probably be relisted, and they'll have another conference, and then we'll come back and refresh the order list from the U.S. Supreme Court to see if they're going to give us that, or exactly how that's going to play out. But obviously, we'll be watching it, and I imagine if you're watching us, and you can stay up to date. So that's why you should like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for Illinois in Focus Daily. All right, that's all I got for you guys today. Greatly appreciate you being here each and every weekday morning. You can join the live chat. It's a fun group of people always plugged into what's going on. So go make that happen, and be sure to also get the newsletter. All right, go to thecentersquare.com and you can get headlines in your inbox totally free, no paywall. All you got to do is just give us your email and boom, you get the headlines. All right, so go to thecentersquare.com/Illinois, find Illinois page information, but you can also go to thecentersquare.com to watch what's going on elsewhere throughout the country. All right, have a great Monday morning. We'll see you back here tomorrow. It is Illinois in Focus Daily.